Hi bookworms, welcome back to my channel. So today I am bringing you a classic horror catch-up reading vlog slash review. You've probably seen my Exorcist video. I will pop it up in the cards and in the description just in case you want to go and watch that to hear all of my thoughts on apparently the most scariest book ever written. I thought I would continue that trend and catch up on all of the horror classics that I've missed. Next up in that list was Rosemary's Baby by Ira Levin. This one I put off for a while. I'm not sure why, but I picked it up once I decided to start this new reading challenge for myself. Rosemary's Baby is about a woman who lives with her husband and they're moving house and they move into this apartment block. They make friends with some elderly people and things start to go weird, or things start to go right for them and then it gets weird. So yeah, I mean, this is a story many of us know about because of the movie and how much it has lived up to its expectation further down the line as one of the classic horror books that you need to read. I give this a 5-star. This book was incredible. I enjoyed this so much more than I was expecting to. This is kind of a terrifying story in terms of its treatment of human beings and especially women, and the language used to depict and describe and highlights how people don't really treat them all that well. So it was horrifying and disturbing in that sense. It was a fast read for me. I read this in a day. So really loved reading this. And there's a quote from this book that really stood out. I wrote it down. So it's, "When you're older, you'll come to realize that acts of kindness are few and far between in this world of ours." So yeah, it's kind of depicting what I mentioned about how people in this world aren't treated all that well, and that quote kind of symbolizes that. In terms of Rosemary as a character, I find that she was really likable. The overall journey that she has, you were rooting for her. She was so intelligent and not a dumb character or main protagonist that you often see in these types of stories. So that was really good and something that I actually enjoyed reading. In this, you were really rooting for her and her likability was really high. And it was quite intriguing to watch that journey for her and also to see the world go crazy around her. And it kind of screamed like a fever dream story, like plotline. And you were kind of questioning certain things as well throughout this book. And yeah, it was so intriguing. The writing was perfect. I feel like this writing style has held up in the modern day. This was written in the 60s and it reads as if it was written yesterday. So I really love that aspect, that it's readable even in today's standards. Granted, there is some word choices and societal norms in this that probably wouldn't be around today, but overall the readability was so high and enjoyable. Like overall it is an enjoyable book and it felt like a modern story. The overall plot had really good pacing throughout this book. You never felt like it was slow or rushed in parts. Normally I find that pacing is a bit off in a lot of books that I read. You're getting a really slow build up and then all of the action is in the last little bit of the book. Whereas this was beautifully paced And yeah, I mean, I can't fault this book. It was such a fun read, and I feel like Levin really knew how to build tension and dread throughout this story. You were constantly on edge reading it, and it is such a short book, so creating that unease in such a limited space was incredible. Definitely a work of art right here, and like I said, it definitely holds up in today's era. And yeah, I mean, I loved it. It was like a fever dream cult based story. Really terrifying book. Loved it. Such a great read. So yeah, do pick this up. I also haven't watched the movie either, so I am including that in this video. So I will be watching it, and then I will come back to you and give you my thoughts on the movie and compare it to the book and let you know which one is my favourite. We'll check back in soon. So I'm just jumping in here right now to round out this video. I was looking through my files and realised the last clip for this video was the movie shot of me watching it, and I didn't finish it, didn't tell you my thoughts, and didn't end the entire video. So that is what I'm here to do today. So I already shared my thoughts on the book version of Rosemary's Baby. I absolutely adored it. One of my favourite reads. I watched it, I found it on Channel 4 on their on-demand service here in the UK. So I watched it through that, and I don't really know where to begin. Essentially, I went into this movie not knowing anything about the cast or the filmmakers and that side of things. So I went into this movie just solely based on seeing if it is similar to the book and if it lived up to the expectation that I had. I can say that it was very close to the original source. I often find that I don't like when movies branch too far away from its original source when it is adapting a book into film. So this one definitely did stick relatively close to that original source, which was nice to see. It was a really slow burn, which is what you get in this book anyway. So that is what I enjoyed about the content relating to the movie and how it relates to the book. But I personally did not like the characters, or I should say the actors who were playing these characters. I couldn't connect very well with them. I don't like the main character and how she portrayed Rosemary. That is a personal opinion. It's not anything to do with her acting. It's just I didn't feel like she was Rosemary, and I wasn't, when I was reading it and I was picturing her in a different way than what she was portrayed like on the screen. I did not really enjoy her acting in this as Rosemary. Her voice is what probably threw me off a little bit. I just don't like the voice, and that is kind of horrible to say, but I couldn't connect with it, and I just didn't enjoy that. Finally, the person who directed it is a disgusting human being, and I didn't realize that until after I had watched the movie and tried to do some like background research. He is a horrible guy. I'm not going into detail on the reasoning why. If you are interested, the information is out there already. Do your research and be careful, because it is pretty dark and disgusting. And yeah, I will never watch anything that this director has made ever again. But essentially, I did watch it and I didn't love it. But with that being said, I do really believe, again, like The Exorcist, that the book was better. And I think that in this like series that I'm doing, I think that this is obviously going to be the case as a reader and somebody who enjoys delving deep into these worlds by reading the words on the page. I am probably going to enjoy the book more than the movie versions. That is all I'm going to say on the book and the movie for Rosemary's Baby. This is a rather short video because I didn't film a lot of clips here and there, but I am rounding it out today and I hope you have enjoyed. Let me know if you're going to pick up Rosemary's Baby. I highly suggest picking up the book and just skip the movie because the book is really good. So thank you so much for watching. Until I see you again, keep your pages turning and embrace the darkness. Bye!